And I didn't even mention the blood-sucking leeches. Oh, yeah. They talking about I love you. Oh, I love you.
Jesus, te amo. Ay, qué fiebre.
You brought Renner in to talk to your players. What were you trying to accomplish by bringing her in?
Bringing her in to talk about game
Right.
from a woman's point of view
Right.
was unbelievable. Had I had Brittany Renner in a meeting when I was in college.
Oh my God!
I might be about $15 million more. Richer.
Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you enjoy the content so far in this channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. I wanted to take a second to chime in and talk about what Coach Deion Sanders was trying to relate to his players at Jackson State a few years back when he brought Brittany Renner in.
Oh my God!
And a lot of people were questioning as to why Coach Prime would bring an individual like this around his players. But Brittany Renner is the exact person that a lot of coaches should bring around their players. Because Brittany Renner is at the tail end of her career, of her Instagram career. She's already secured the bag from an NBA player, and so she's going to be getting those checks for about 16 more years or so. And so this is somebody that's ready to give all the information up. She's ready to give all the game up. And I believe right around this time, she had a book coming out as well. And so this is somebody that was committed. She's all in on giving up the game.
Oh my God! Hi. Calm down now, calm down.
Can you introduce yourself and let's go from step A to Z, because we got to kind of show these guys the other side
Right.
of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence, so they could understand from your point of view how this game is played.
So my name is Brittany Renner, aka Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for almost...
Joke ain't took notes all year, but now you want to tell you. And that's how the game starts, with the fun.
Right.
They going on Instagram and they see you. And what happens? They try to get off in them DMs and kind of take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
You know, and it's one thing for these players to get the game from an OG like Deion Sanders, somebody that's been there and done that, but it's another thing entirely to get the game from somebody that half these players probably follow on Instagram, and some of them probably already try to get in their DMs. And so it's going to be a lot more impactful coming from somebody like Brittany Renner.
nothing but blue checks.
They missed that game right there. She says like a Nike store.
It's like a Nike store. There's nothing but blue checks. So honestly, when you reach a certain status, you can have the pick of the litter. So for me,
She don't mean checks, paper. She mean blue checks.
I'm talking heavy
Verified.
hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. And for me, my whole journey on here, I felt like my life almost felt like I was in Disney World, like I lived in Disney World. Like, you get to skip the line, you get privilege. Like, people just want to be next to you. They don't even see you as human anymore. And you can either, you know, use it to your advantage and maybe abuse it, or you can, you know, try to make something happen. So a lot of guys who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner. So naturally, if you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. Just like you boost my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I boost your stock, it's just that simple. it's kind of like a give and take, but you have to be aware of what you're signing up for. You want to make it to the NFL, and it's kind of like, you do understand there's a lot that comes with that, right? There's gonna, like, how it's, to be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the $1 billion question we're all wanting to know.
This is how the game is played. Please know that. We putting you up on game because some of y'all gonna make it. I hope, pray all of y'all make it, even if you make it in the business world. That's a whole nother category of game. In that world too, they just dress it up a little different.
Yeah.
The game is the same. Only thing changed is your names.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff I just spit right there.
You are useful, and it's better to be useful than useless. So you just have to have that understanding that, okay, I have something to offer, you know, whether that's financial, status-wise, whatever. And people do see that as a bonus to be with you.
So I love what Coach Prime did, and I can respect what he was trying to do. Like he said, he was trying to introduce some of these young men to a different part of the game, a different side of the game. You know, a lot of times when we think of game and somebody trying to run game, a lot of the times you think of men when it comes to that certain power dynamic. But I would say, especially in these times, 9 times out of 10, the individual who's running game is going to be the female. That's just how it is. But a lot of times these young men are under the illusion that they're the ones running game, especially as it pertains to these athletes. Because athletes are probably some of the easiest marks. Tricking off money, buying houses, buying cars. But for the simple fact that they're out here juggling different women and dealing with different women day in and day out, a lot of the times they think that they're the one that's running game. In the situation or the scenario that they find themselves in, being young with a lot of money, and money is no object, they can go out and buy anything they want. They can go out and buy anyone they want that they see on Instagram, and they think they have their pick of the litter, which they do. But at the same time, as Brittany Renner just pointed out, the woman is the one that has their pick of the litter. They're the ones walking away with the bag at the end of the day, with the check at the end of the day, with the clout at the end of the day. And once again, as Brittany Renner pointed out, being seen with a basketball player, being seen with somebody that is labeled as successful in this society is currency. And so when we're talking about game, it's exactly what it is. It's a game. Who's walking away with more? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the woman. It's going to be the female who's walking away with more every day, all day. And so all that Deion Sanders was trying to do, like I said earlier, he was just trying to illuminate some of these young men on how the game is really played. It's not about how many girls you can go out here and bag and talk about which one you got and what you got. That's the simple-minded part of the game. The real game is being ran by these women. They're the one walking away with generational wealth at times. We got the Jordan Pools out here giving away $500,000 for a date with Ice Spice.
When next time you go to New York, go around Fordham Road, Concourse, High Bridge, Southport. You gonna see what you spent $500,000 on and be like, yo, I was wild.
You was wild. You could have got her a piece.
Yeah.
The James Hardens of the world. And these aren't the only ones. These are just the only ones that are getting exposed. This happens all day, every day with the Brittany Renners. And so I think coaches like Deion Sanders need to do this a lot more often. They need to sit down with their players and have an open and honest conversation about game and about who's running game out here, especially with these NIL deals and the way that college football and college sports is heading in general. And there's a lot of money out here. There's a lot of women out here, and a lot of them are running game. And I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, but as they say, it is what it is. But go ahead and let me know how you guys feel on this one in the comment section below. And if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that for me as well. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do that as well. And as usual, peace and chaos.